All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I am at my favorite market in the whole of Bangkok. Yes, I am back at Wanglang. It's Monday morning, usually a terrible day for street food, but as usual, Wanglang is absolutely packed. So today I want to take you on a little culinary journey. We're going to go to 3 different districts of Thailand in one day, all through food. Oh, and while I remember, I've got a special guest.
Hello.
How you doing, Joe?
I'm very good, thank you.
Ready?
Very, very hungry, very excited to go.
Let's go. Right, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Joe and his channel, his excellent channel on the tour. Let's go. All right, guys, so first stop, I'm going to take you for some Hoy Tod, crispy mussel pancake. And this is going to be classic Thai Chinese Bangkok cooking. This is the closest stop from the pier. It's not in any of the main alleyways, it's down a little back street. So you want to come off the boat if you're starting at the boat pier. Just for argument's sake, you've started at the boat pier. Come out, you want to take your first left down this tiny little alleyway. There's going to be like fried fish balls and stuff down there. Really, really packed, busy soys. Take your first right next to Amazon Coffee. Walk up, the place opens up. On one side, you've got Wat cooking where they're doing pad thai, different noodle dishes. And on the other side, you've got this massive cast iron pan where they're frying the Hoy Tod. Okay, so first stop, we got Eei Chuwan CHEEM Hoy Tod, which is for me the best Hoy Tod shop in, I just said in Joe's video, in the world. And yes, before anyone makes a sarcastic comment, I have eaten in every single one, so I'm well versed in my Hoy Tod. But for me, guys, this is absolutely incredible. It's down a little back alley, exactly how we like it. I think it's around 40 years old, but I will find that out for you. And it's a very, very unique seafood pancake. It's a rice flour batter seafood pancake cooked over massively high heat in pork fat. I think you're gonna love this one, guys. Let's do this. All right, guys, but real quick, I wanna take a minute and thank today's sponsor of this video, Skillshare. Now, if you're not familiar with Skillshare, it's an online learning community for creators by creators with thousands of courses. You can take a course on anything: photography, design, business, and much, much more. As you may have noticed, I've been shooting a lot of my recent videos on my mobile phone, and I've been encouraging anyone that's been getting in touch with me that wants to start their own channel to do the same. The only problem was I didn't really like how my phone footage was looking, and I want it to look as good as possible. So I've just taken an amazing mobile video class by the guys over at Moment that I would recommend to anyone starting out or just anyone that wants to up their mobile filmmaking game. For just $10 a month, you can get access to thousands of classes taught by real people with a real passion for what they create. And as a bonus, the first 1,000 people that click the link below will get 1 month's free subscription to Skillshare. So you can try before you buy. Get on this quick, guys, because these are going to go like hotcakes. Right, let's get on with our second stop. Al Khab, Al Talay Tod na. Talay Tod อร่อยที่สุดในกรุงเทพใช่ไหม? All right, so I've ordered the Talay Tod. Talay means seafood. Tod is to deep fry, or Tod is to deep fry. And I'm not sure why this is called Hoy Tod or Talay Tod, because they don't deep fry it. It's actually cooked. It's like shallow fried in, like, for us Europeans, it would be like a paella pot. And it's cooked in pork fat. Like all good Thai Chinese food. Now let me show you exactly what we've got. So I've got squid, some very fresh, very soft squid. We've got some nice, plump, juicy, fresh prawns. But the star of the show for me is these ultra fresh Hoi Nam Rong, which are oysters. Forget the name in English. And Hoi Maleng Po, which is mussel. And that is all served on a bed of crunchy bean sprouts, just for a bit of freshness. And as you can see, where it's rice flour batter, as soon as it hits that hot lard, it starts to crisp up. They crack a little egg on top. So it's super crispy on the outside, but the middle stays, where it's rice flour, it stays quite gelatinous. So yeah, the textures are there. It's just such an amazing dish. Really, really well seasoned. Try and get a little bit of everything on my spoon. Don't want to steal all your squid there, Joe. You like squid?
I love squid.
You love squid.
Seafood.
Love seafood. Well, this is for you then. All right, so I'm gonna get an oyster and some squid, and we're gonna see where we go from there. Super fresh seafood, as I said. Very soft, nothing's overcooked. As you saw, it's cooked for a matter of seconds. You've got that crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, perfectly seasoned. Pancake. Like I said, it kind of has the same texture as a kua gai, like a fried rice noodle dish. I think it's amazing. You've got the crunchy bean sprouts underneath, simply topped with a bit of coriander, cilantro, some spring onion. And the crispy bean sprout. Although it's very well seasoned, I want a little bit of spice in mine, and I don't mind it being a little more seasoned. So I'm going to try a little bit of the pik nam pa. I'm actually going to put a little bit of this chili vinegar on as well, this pik nam som. A lot of people will use this, which is the sot pik sriracha sauce, but for me it's a little bit too sweet, tastes a little bit like ketchup. If you do want a little sweet sauce to cut it with, I would advise going with the homemade sweet chili sauce, because they make this in-house. It's a little bit more sour than your usual sweet chili sauce, and it's very, very good. All right, so I've got all those chilies now. A little bit of squid, some coriander. For me, it doesn't get much better than that. This is Thai, Chinese, Central Thai, Bangkok cooking at its finest. So I actually thought this place had been open for 40 years, but after speaking to the owner, Ha Holapad, it's actually been open for 55 years. So she opened it with her husband, who the shop is actually named after, who sadly isn't here anymore. But she's still running the ship, and I've just got so much respect and admiration for her, because even though she's at the moment, she's not the most mobile, she finds it difficult to move around, but she's still here every day in her seat, delegating and showing everyone exactly what to do, keeping standards very, very high. And the standards have to be high in Bangkok. If you are down a back alley, no advertisement, selling the same thing every day for 55 years, you know you've been doing something right. So guys, please come down, take a look, say hello from me. This place and the owner are both incredible. All right, Joe, come on, what do you think, mate? First stop.
I must admit, I was a little bit nervous about eating this one with the seafood. Yeah, a bit conscious of eating fresh seafood in Bangkok, but look at it, we destroyed it. It was absolutely delicious.
What do you mean we? I only had one bite.
Well, you know, it's my first time trying it. But no, it was delicious, so good. The texture was perfect, crunchy on the outside, smooth and creamy on the inside. Like you said, you can tell why I've been here 55 years. Good start, Gary, good start.
Right, and there you go, guys. Like I said, Joe knows his stuff. You've got to get over and follow him. I'm going to stick all his links in the description box below. He, on his video, has described this so much better than I have. So get over there, follow him. Let's get him up to that 1,000 subscriber mark that he wants to hit by tomorrow. Let's do it. All right, guys, so second stop on our little food tour through Thailand in Wanglang Market is going to be a Khao Rad Geng shop. It's just kind of round the corner on the main, it's the main walkway through the market, the main, I'm going to say soy alleyway. Loads and loads of curries outside. Classics like Kai Palo, Genkia Wan, they've got Nam Ya Kati, they've got Homok, they've got Papongale, they've got absolutely everything you could think of. Always different every single day. It looks absolutely amazing. I've not actually eaten here. I'm keen to find out where they're from, what they're all about. Kun Cheo Lena? Gail. Gal. Oh. Gale.
I like up.
Gale, the hurricane. Okay, so Gale speaks perfect English. Very good. So there's no need. You don't have to come and try and speak bad Thai like me. You can just come and speak to Gale. Wapri. Wapri, which is banana blossom, one of my favorite things in the world. Just crunchy, fresh, lovely texture. We've got some chaom. What's that? Gatin. Oh, gatin.
This one gatin.
Gatin.
And this one normally eat with oyster.
Ah.
Oyster.
Gatin, which is, I want to say it's like tamarind, like water tamarind or something. You get little seeds off it that you eat with
morning glory, bowl. Yes, but pak bung luộc.
And then we've got bai mang rak.
Yes, bai mang rak.
Bai mang rak, which I thought was horapar at first, and then lemon basil, and I've been told it's neither. It's got a very, very aniseedy taste. Tang kwa, which is cucumber. We've got some tua phak yao, which are long beans. We've got some pak dong, pickled vegetables, some cabbage, bean sprouts, and we're just going to put all this on our plate just to freshen everything up. Oh, and of course we're going to get some pig hang tod, fried red chili. Okay, so guys, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna eat this, and if it's any good, which I'm sure it is, I'm gonna come back just for you guys, do a full review just in this restaurant, just for the amazing looking papong kaleda stir-fried yellow curry powder. Mwah, looks unreal. All right, guys, I'll just run you through this. Everyone's favorite Thai curry, outside of Thailand anyway. Thai green curry or genkia wan. So we've got globe aubergines. Horapa, this is actually horapa, so this is Thai basil. Fish balls, which I'm starting to get more into. Now these look homemade, but I know the Nam Ya ones aren't homemade, so I will ask them in a sec. But after my one at Tartien the other day, I'm a lot more open to fish balls, and look at the colour of this. This looks fantastic, thick, rich, creamy. You've got that on that bed of fermented fresh rice noodles. Then you've got this spicy pounded fish curry, and what they do, they pound up a fish with all the aromatics to make it go further with a little bit of coconut milk. So you've got chili in there, you've got shallots, garlic, gachai, which is finger root, lime leaves, lemongrass. Again, on top of that, again on top of those fresh, silky rice noodles. Look at this. You know what, I'm really getting into these fish balls. I never used to go near a fish ball before, because usually they're like these fish balls, which are the like processed ones that look like you bought them out of 7-Eleven, right? But these traditional ones, the pragai, handmade, bouncy, amazing texture, and they get the texture from continuously beating the fish, slapping it into a bowl, picking it up and slapping it down again. If you want to see more of that, I will stick the link to my video I did at Tartien Khao Ging, where it's like 108 years of fishbowl making knowledge. So you've got to check that video out in the description box below. But this is a classic green curry for me, central Thai. You've got gachai, which is finger root in here, which is semi-common in central Thailand and Esarn. Well, a lot of my friends from Esarn cook with gachai in their genkia wan, and it's a rhizome, but tastes nothing like ginger. It's almost got like a medicinal taste, but paired with seafood, especially, it really, really works. I love the stewed globe aubergines. It's creamy, it's spicy as hell. Green curry is the spiciest curry for me. Because it translates to sweet green curry, gang kia wan, in sweet green curry, people think it's going to be sweet and mild, but actually it's made with small little bird's eye green chilies. So it is actually, for me, the hottest one, and it's no sweeter than any of the other curries. So next I'm on to the Nam Ya. So we're going to start throwing on some of our vegetables onto our Nam Ya. So I'm going to throw a few of those on. Pig hang, Tod, deep fried chili, some of that lemon basil, the pak dong, which is the pickled mustard greens, crunchy fresh bean spice. This one, I just love this dish so much because it's so fresh. You've got so many different textures. I'm going to throw in some of this banana blossom as well, which is very interesting. I'm not sure if you had that before, Joe.
I have not.
The gatin leaves, I can actually take these or leave these, if I'm honest with you, the yod gatin. Usually have these with oysters. And I love this. I love just getting everything mixed up. All that veg, crispy, crunchy, fermented rice noodles. You've got the sour pickled pak dong. You've got the freshness coming from the lemon basil, crunch from the beans, heat from one of these dried chilies. That's everything you want a Kanom Jeen Nam Yao to be. Heavy, heavy on the gachai, same as the Gen Kiao Wan. And that is sort of the signature taste of a Nam Yao for me, is gachai. It's very, very spicy. That could have just been the deep fried chili I just ate. Got a background hint of the fish, but it's not like overpowering in any way. The main thing for me is the creamy richness of the coconut against all of the fresh herbs. If it's a dish you haven't tried yet, definitely get down and try one for yourself. All right, so we're 2 stops down. Joe, what are you saying? Or what do you think? What was your favourite?
Well, both were fantastic. I like trying those new curries, or the nam ya, because that was new. But you know, the mussel omelette, the mussel and oyster omelette was the winner so far for me.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, that one's hard to beat. That could be, that's got to be top 5 dishes in that market, in this market for me. Yeah, that's pretty special. Guys, have you subscribed to Joe yet?
Come on.
All right.
In the link below.
In the link below. All right, 3rd stop, Joe. I want to get you some Esarn food, some real deal, spicy, northeastern salads and grilled meats. Are you up for it?
I cannot wait. I've never eaten Esarn food either.
Really?
First time.
This is not a bad place to start. Let's go. Sawasdee krab. Sawasdee krab. Sawasdee krab. Sawasdee krab. All right, so I'm very, very excited about this place, Orathai Seafood. It's right bang down the middle lane in Wanglang. Can't really miss it. You've got all the seafood outside, fresh seafood. They're famous for fresh seafood, sometimes loads of different Esarn salads. Now, I've found out that Joe has not eaten Esarn food before, so this is his first time, so I'm going to get him all the classics. I'm going to get him some som tam pupala, and I get him some grilled chicken, some gai yang, some kormo yang. There is an amazing salad here I've only had here. I would go as far as to say it's probably my favourite Thai salad of all time. I can't wait to show you guys. Let's go. Here we go. All right, guys, so I'll run you through real quick what we've got. So we've got some tam pupala. So we've got the original Esarn fermented fish, dried chilies, globe aubergine, beans, pickled field crab, and tomato, sometimes that grated green papaya. And again, my #1 supporter, my favorite subscriber of all time. Sorry to the rest of you. Panna, this one is for you, okay? So I'm gonna eat this just for you, okay? This is a sweet, it's not too pungent, this version. To be honest, I could eat that. Like, it's not overbearing. Like some paella I've had just turns my stomach instantly. That's quite fresh. It's deep, it's funky. I could actually get into that. I like the dried chilies actually. I like the dried chilies in my som tam. My favourite som tam seller puts dried chilies in my som tam Thai actually. It's all right, it's all right, it's all right. Not something I really want to get too heavily involved with, guys, I'll be honest. I mean, the world's not going to stop if I don't eat paella, is it? Really? You know, there's two things I don't eat, pala and shop bought mayonnaise. And I think the world can keep spinning if I don't eat mayonnaise out of a jar and a bit of fermented fish. All right, this is more my jam. This is somtam khao pod. This is somtam with sweet corn. So we've got that sweet, sour, salty dressing of, again, lime juice, fish sauce, palm sugar, little bit of tamarind juice. This one, as opposed to the one with the cucumbers, you've got some of the juice from the tomatoes that's been pounded out there, mixed up with all that palm sugar, the little Thai garlics, laced with chilies. I think we've got 6 chilies in this. I still don't think, even though I come in here quite a lot, I don't think that they actually realise how spicy I can eat my food. That's perfect for me. As Joe just said, it is a little sweeter than that one, but I keep talking about it's balanced, it's well rounded. You got sweet from the palm sugar, lots and lots of lime juice. I need a lot of lime juice in mine. Natural sweetness coming through from the sweet corn. It's quite creamy. And the reason I get this is I want to show you, a lot of you message me and say, what can I use instead of green papaya? And you're trying to find a substitute for green papaya. When actually just go and get a sweet corn. It's much nicer and you can just go and get it from your local supermarket. So for me, this one's a winner. So let me show you some of this khor yang, yum khor yang. So grilled fatty pork neck, as I said, all that lovely veg, you got that lovely dressing. It's everything you want a Thai salad to be. I haven't had a better salad than this, and this is probably the 20th time I've eaten this, and every time it's just mind-blowing. Like that fatty, smoky, perfectly seasoned, perfectly cooked grilled pork that kind of tastes like, yeah, it tastes like it's come off a smoker, but it's come off of a grill. You've got the crunchy peanuts, you've got the acidity coming through from the tomatoes, you've got that freshness from that fresh sliced cucumber, even the cabbage, the crunchy cabbage, everything about it, texturally, it's amazing. And flavour-wise, it's hard to beat. I would go as far as saying, I just said to Joe, because this is the first time Joe's actually tried khor yang, and he's like, wow, I really like that. And I'm like, I know, but this is probably it would easily be in the top 5 khor yang that I've ever had. So Joe's going to be hyper disappointed the next time he goes down to his local street stall. Saying that, even rubbish khor yang is very, very nice. All right, next up, I'm going to try the nam tok mo, which is, as I said, like a larp salad, the toasted rice, the lime juice. It is super, super smoky. This is smokier than the other pork. This, Joe said it in his video, it actually tastes like it's been smoked in a big smoker. It does not taste like this has come off of a grill. And Joe was convinced, and he had me convinced, that there was something like ketchup in here, because we could taste something kind of sweet and familiar, but what it actually is, as opposed to normally, the onions come raw in a larp or a nam tok, and they slightly cook because it's a hot dish, whereas these have been cooked and have almost caramelized. So they're like, you get sweetness from the onion, which is giving us a familiar flavor. With the smoke, I think the sort of familiarity is like, almost like, I don't know, like a smoky burger or something in the West, because you're getting that, like, you're getting the smoke and the sweetness from the onions. But I absolutely love it. It's smoky. I can't say smoky any more times, can I? Smoky, zingy from the lime juice. You've got those nice fresh herbs going through there. Soft, juicy pork. And I love that kind of popcorn aroma you get from the toasted sticky rice. Now last, but certainly not least, the old gai yang. Oh, I haven't got the skin. Right, I can't leave this skin, because this skin is, I'm just going to put it off in my hand. This skin is just pure honey goodness. It's bittersweet, where it's like caramelized over the grill. One thing I love about this place so much is that everything is open. So you can see everything. You can see all the ingredients. You can see the grills. They're grilling like 30 chicken legs at a time. Loads and loads of grilled pork and stuff. We've got nothing to hide. Come and have a look, guys. The guys on the grill station know exactly what they're doing. Proper professionals. Like everywhere I go, everyone's so friendly here. And one thing I've got to say, These people know how to grill a piece of meat. Right, I'm going to try the Nam Jim gel. What a combo. I want to say this. I wish my wife loved me as much as chicken loves Nam Jim Jao. This is a combo from the gods. Like, again, the penetration on the meat, just how smoky this is, cut through that with that tart, tamarind, spicy, chili spice dip. You've got the saltiness from the fish sauce, counteracting that sweetness from the chicken skin. This has got to be one of the best Esarn restaurants in Bangkok. What do you reckon, Judd?
Look, first taste of Esarn food, very different to food from other parts of Thailand that I've tasted, but these salads are fantastic. Must admit, not a massive salad person, but these salads are right up my street. Lots of flavour, lots of meat, lots of acidity, lots of textures. But as I said on my video, the two that I like most is the somtam with bla ra, which is surprising. And then, most of all, the salad with the khor mu yang. This was fantastic.
You like that one? I didn't notice, even though you ate the whole thing.
Yeah, I left Gary one or two pieces, but I did destroy most of this one. Look, it's amazing.
All right, guys, that's about it from us. Thank you so much today for joining me, Joe. That was a really good laugh.
Cheers, man. Absolute pleasure.
And guys, I want you to get over, as I said before, get following Joe. Excellent channel, really, really good. He's going to be doing loads and loads more content from Thailand from here on out, right?
Indeed, yeah, all around the north of Thailand.
Brilliant. All right, guys, that's about it from us today. I'm absolutely stuffed, I'm hot, I'm tired, but what a day we've had. Let me know if you're going to come down here, try these dishes for yourself. As always, I will stick links with directions, opening times, all that good stuff in the description box below. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one.